right, Shalom. This is Harwan Ban Yasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp, located right here in Jacksonville, Florida. Before I begin, I want to say Kal Halayim, La Yahweh, Ba Hashem Yahushai, Ba Hashem, Harakah Kwadash, Ma'amath. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders. Shalom to you, Akim, and Akwatim and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. And also in the true Hebrew names of the Father and His Son, Yahweh, and His Son, Yahushai. Now, this is a kind of like a land back off of Elder Apostle Hard, man. I decided to look up the video, or a video, I'm not sure if it's the same one, of Nate from IUIC going off and fumbling the ball, dealing with Revelations 13:16 again, with the mark of the beast. He calls it, from what I remember, in the past he called it the image, the picture of Caesar Borgia, in Christianity, which has been rebuked many times over. That false doctrine, that heresy, because that's exactly what it is, a heresy, saying that the MOTB is Christianity or the image of Caesar Borgia. So now, and then they would say, so then you ask the question, what about Muslims or atheists or Gothics, devil worshippers, whoever? They don't deal with that image of Caesar Borgia. So then they be like, all right, well, the mark is sin. So it's like, all right, so did our people have the mark 2,000 years ago? So you're going to be able to buy or sell with sin? You know what I'm saying? So it don't make sense, man. It does not make sense. This guy's false doctrine. It got a lot of holes in it. So anyway, the reason I wanted to do this video, because I was checking it out. I had to skip through it, man, because the title is Overcoming the Sin of Slavery and the Mark of the, MOTB. And the whole beginning of this video, he's been going on women, calling them HOs, It is what it is with that. They do what they do with their congregation. But going in on men that look at other women if they got a wife, it's like the whole topic. There's 3 hours, man. Look at the number right here. I'll move this over. Look. 3 hours, 22 minutes into the video. Still hasn't talked about the MOTB yet until 3 hours and 22 minutes in. Exhausting the minds of the people, pushing that thought of Caesar Borgia throughout the video, and then going in on women, and then going in on relationships, and then going in on Caesar Borgia image again, doing that for 3 hours. And then when it comes down to Revelation, when they finally got to Revelation 13, watch what he say. I'm gonna play it. So now at the 3, it don't take this damn long to get to the point, man. All right, the spirit is quickened. The spirit is quick, man. Get to the point. Make it simple. Make it plain upon tables. You ain't got to make it all theatrical and suspenseful. You got to wait, anticipating it 3 hours, and then they finally bring out Revelation 13. And the topic is Revelation 13. All right. So I'm going to play it. Check this out. Now you can hear it. I started a couple seconds back so you can hear how the topics don't go hand in hand. They talking about relationships and women and this and that, and way off topic. And then they get, it's crazy, man. But check it out.
Her, so he's going to be sad every time. All he's known for is your wife is wicked. Woo! Where we at, Leon?
See?
Ecclesiastes.
That's why he had to say, like, where we at? They forgot what the hell they was at, what they were talking about. Because they started talking about the women and the brothers that get caught in these wicked relationships with these wicked women.
7 and 26.
Did we finish that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Revelation 13, 15. Let's get through this quick.
Look, what did he say? When it comes to Revelation 13 and 16, watch what he say.
Woo! Where we at, Leon?
Ecclesiastes 7 and 26.
Did we finish that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Revelation 13, 15. Let's get through this quick. Time has gone by. Let me try and rush through this.
Time has gone by. Let me try to rush through this. Let's get through this quick. He don't want to talk about that. He don't want to talk about that scripture, man. That's why he went all around it for 3 hours, man. Think about that. 1 hour is too much. 30 minutes is too much. 20 minutes, 10 minutes is too much. Just get to the point, man. And then you can start going into other topics. But he waited 3 hours and 22 minutes to get to the damn point. And now let's hear his point. And he's like, let me rush through this. Can't make this stuff up, man. Let me rush through this. Time has gone by. No, you have wasted time. The hell?
Revelation chapter 13 and verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
Look at
And he had power.
Look, they all look at him. Uh-huh. Yeah, the zero in on this one. Sweating bullets. All right, let me take a screenshot of that. Got him.
To give life unto the image of the beast.
What the image of the beast up? What the image of the beast up? Hey, put Passion of the Christ.
I haven't watched it yet, so I want to see the image of the beast. What are you talking about?
Up. You know the movie? Yeah. I just went to trailer. Oh, go ahead, Liam. Read it again.
And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak.
How does that image speak in their movies? The image speaks in their movies. I want the movie, the trailer. Find me the trailer. Read it again, Liam. I'm sorry.
All right, let's start from right here, man. Can't even go through can't even get through the whole video because I can't take a word of what he's saying, man. Let's go ahead and deal with that point he just made before he even partially make it. Revelation 13 and 15 is what he was talking about. All right, but let's go up to let's go up to 11. It says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, all right, and spake as a dragon. We know that's talking about America with the 2 divided factions, which is of the same government, Democratic and Republican division, all right, to bring about the prophecy of Satan being divided against Satan, kingdom being divided against itself. All right. As we see today, they're talking about civil wars over Texas border between the Democratic and Republican parties. So, you know, especially going into this election. So, and spake as a dragon. What? Spake as a dragon meaning what? America was an idea that was brought about to speak, you know, cause it to speak. All right. America was the idea of these Europeans. All right. The original dragon, European Union, going back to the Roman Empire. It was an idea of theirs to rule in the sides of the north. All right. And use America as their tool to rule over us and to manipulate the world. Okay? So they caused America to speak. Now, America later created their own entity in the reflection or representation of the beast before it, which would be the Roman Empire, or today called the European Union. And I'm gonna prove that America is that's why we call it the revived Roman Empire. All right, because then you had the Treaty of Rome. I think it was 1971, if I'm not mistaken. The Treaty of Rome. All right, all those European economic communities coming together, which go back to the 10 common markers of the Roman Empire. So that's the dragon. All right. So now, and I beheld another beast, so another kingdom rising up. And what's that? America. Coming up out of the earth. All right, a bunch of people coming together. It's called the 13 colonies, rising up on the earth. And it goes with Daniel chapter 7. All right. And he had 2 horns, 2 exalted sides to it. That's what the horn means. Like a lamb. And he spake as a dragon. All right. So there was politics. Trying to look innocent. Trying to speak as if there was a God-fearing country. To get help from help and finance from the Roman Catholic Church, which is really a bank. All right, and get help from Europe, with Russia being atheist or orthodoxy at the time, and China being atheist. America was trying to be known as a God-fearing country so they can get help and funding. So it says like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. All right, so they push all the draconian measures of the Roman Empire. You look up draconian, it goes back to Roman rulership, Roman authority. They had many times where there were Caesars or rulers in place in Rome where they said you can't buy or sell unless if you're a heretic, against their policies, against their beliefs, even against their religion. They would say you couldn't buy or sell. But this specific time that we're in is different than any other time, because now they want to not only put their superscription or image on a coin, but they want to put that image, which is a representation of a idol, of a false god, or a representation of a person, or today you have representation of a system. All right, how do you make a reflection of a system, of an image? It's called a systematic image. Okay, and they take that and put it into a file. Just like on Matrix, they said down to this one little thing, and the battery was a chip. Yep. So governmental rule through one little grain of rice. AI technology, New World Order, satanic, pagan, science. Ruled by Esau. That's what the Lord's talking about. So let's get into it, man. Let's read this real quick, and I'm gonna play a little bit of the video. All right, because it's simple to understand. Those that can get it. Revelation 13 and 15, and he exercised it, meaning he take advantage of that opportunity. America did. They used all the resources, all the power, and the systematic ideology or setup as the Roman Empire. Let's prove it. So he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them that dwell therein to worship or submit to the first beast. Right. So we pay taxes, and those taxes and everything go to Europe. Those elite bankers go to the Federal Reserve, and the Federal Reserve is ran by the Bank of England. The Bank of England is known to be owned allegedly by the Rothschild families, other banking families over there in Europe. Not Russia, not not China. China getting paid because of the debt. They own part of the debt, and they kind of played America by lowering their prices and doing cheap labor. So everything in America says made in China, and China owns a lot of pieces of America. But taxes and everything go to those what you call Jesuits, Khazars, and people over in Europe. All the ones that the BRICS is going against. All right, so this is an economic change that's happening. That's why you hear Russia talking about a new world order. Why? Because the first world order was based upon the dollar. That system, that dollar system of control. And not only that, I'm going to keep reading before I get on that topic. It says, the first beast whose deadly wound was healed. See, the Roman Empire came back together, the Treaty of Rome. Then you had NATO being established before that. Matter of fact, let me make sure of the date. I think it was, yep. All right, so yeah, it was earlier. It was around the same time or a little bit after NATO. All right, 1949, 1952. All right, the beast. And then you had, what's it called? The Treaty of Rome. This damn ads keep popping up. All right, the Treaty of Rome. And then they had some other treaties in 1971. All right, I might just have to leave this up there, man, because they're trying to hack my damn phone. Let me see. Here we go. I'm going to try to read this real quick. I'm going to leave this up there. It says, European Atomic Energy Community, which was also called the European Economic Community, international organization, all right, those original common markets of Rome, those European nations, they came together. They were banking nations, all right, rich families. Established by one of the treaties of Rome in 1958. All right, one of the treaties of Rome. There were many all the way up until 1993. All right, so I think they had another one in 1975. I'm just mixing it up with the Western European Union in 1971. So now, the treaties of Rome in 1958 to form a common market, a new common market for the development of the peaceful uses of atomic energy. The original members were Belgium, France, Western Germany, Italy, Luxembourg, and the Netherlands. It subsequently came to include all members of the European Union, the EU. See that? So that's Europe, man. That's that Treaty of Rome. All them nations being healed, especially with America being established. That's when it was fully healed. All right? I'm just skimming through this so I can get back to the point. I don't want to take 3 hours like Nate did. But it says here, man, the fall of Rome, right? So this was when Rome fell, around I always say 410, but it's 476 BC. But it really started during the times of Nerva, all right, and Septimius Severus. That was the beginning. If you look it up, you can look it up for yourself. It had a beginning and an ending. It started to fall during the times of Nerva and Septimius Severus, 193 AD, all in the 2nd century AD with Nerva, and then all the way until 476 when it was complete. The empire fell to those what do they call them, Vikings and all that, all right, and a lot of Jake warriors. It says so now, all right, so I don't want to get on this topic, but Alaric and the Visigoths, which was a lot of those nations today, those banking families, they fought back by sacking Rome in 410 CE, right? They were fighting against each other. That's in the scriptures. All right. When the Western Roman Empire fell in 476 CE, all right, or AD, it was replaced by a series of kingdoms ruled over, so about, 1,000 years later, really from the initial fall of it, from the 2nd century or 200 AD with Nerva, you'll get up to the 12th century where the Ottoman Turks started coming out, taking back those lands from Constantine and what was known as the Dark Ages, all right, the Byzantine Empire. And then all up until the 1400s with Septimius Severus. Cesare Borgia, all right, the Borgia family and all them. And then they came over here to establish later what you would call America. All right, and through America, they're pushing this idea of the new Roman Empire, of to dominate the world, and then push their pagan agenda and digital system of control, the MOTB. All right, so they're using this place for that. Let's get this real quick. This out. It says here, did the United States create our government based on the Roman Republic? All right, so let's see. They built this whole system, this representation. That's what it means. The word image just means a representation. It can be an idol, a graven image. It can be a molten image. It can be a reflection of someone, like in their son, and also how the Lord made us in His image, but us being the vanity, and humans making images, creating more vanity. But then you also have system images as well, which are saved in files, digital files. You have systems, which are a reflection of a system prior to it, like the Roman Empire. America's system is based upon that, and reflection or representation of it. All right? And Rome and America is a representation of Esau. So that's what this is talking about, as far as them creating an image to the dragon or the beast before it, which was the Roman Empire. And you can see that in Daniel chapter 7, where it speaks about the four kingdoms, the four horns, and then another little horn coming up. That's America coming up after the Roman Empire. All right, so it says the founding fathers of the United States almost replicated the Roman Republic as an experiment to see if their system would yet work again. So they was trying their best to get this as close as they could to the Roman Republic. And they wanted to what? As an experiment to see if their system would work yet again. That's them draconian measures. And their whole system, this is the system, check it out, part of it. America's standard set of laws, they reflect those of Rome's. All right, so the whole law system, the court system, that all goes back to the Roman Empire. Senators, that's why I said this beast was diverse from any other beast before it. That's in Daniel chapter 7. It was different because they had a Senate, they had Caesars. Going into 2nd Ezra chapter 11. All right, and they had a court system. And then they also had files, like you would see lawyers running back and forth and lawyers and shit during the time of the going into the Byzantine Empire. So the whole court system that you see today really goes back to England, the court system today, just like the IRS, and the dollar in the Federal Reserve. So, but that mindset, that whole system, that setup is originally from the Roman Empire. All right. The civil duties of citizens are very similar. All right, the civil duties of citizens, working for the courts. And the idea of rotation of power is aligned, just like the Roman Empire, having different rulers, different Caesars, different senators, different presidents, which is another term for Caesar today. The word Caesar just means a king. You have the king of Babylon today, which would be the president. All right, Kaiser just means king. So they stopped calling people Caesar during the times of Kaiser Wilhelm. They say he was known as the last Kaiser. Kaiser just means Caesar or king. So now they call people presidents, or emperors and shit like that. But anyway, so now the founding fathers, they replicated it, man, just like the Roman Empire as much as they could. So today, that Roman Empire has changed to the EU, the European Economic Community. You know, and part of that is the Roman Empire, the Roman Catholic Church. So their ideologies are this. Let's get this real quick. It says here, Revelation 16 and 13, and I saw 3 unclean spirits. All right, that's what it is. It's a spirit, man. You see that? So when it says it calls it to speak, it's talking about gave that spirit. Okay, that word speak means to give it life or give it spirit to it, man. All right. So that spirit comes from these same ones here. Revelation 16 and 13. It says, and I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon. All right, so they came out of the dragon, man, from the Roman Empire, or today called the EU, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of NATO, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. So all that together is really the beast today, man. All right, it's all together. Out of the Roman Catholic Church, NATO, which is over the branch of the military and the policing and shit like that. The wars. And what else? The mouth of the dragon, and the mouth of the false prophet, man. All right, so you got the banking setup, which runs the presidents. And then you have the religious side of it. All right, so where the Roman Catholic Church, they have their tentacles manipulating all the religions here in America. All right, with the IRS, 501c3s and shit like that. So for they are what? They are spirits of devils, man. So that same giving life to the image of the beast, to the representation of this right here, man, to this system, the representation of these unclean agencies or systems or spirits. All right. For they are spirits of devils, man, of Esau, man, of deceivers, working miracles. And today the miracles they working is shit like the dollar, also AI technology, Bitcoin, blockchain, you know, these cell phones, digital systems, you know, ID, all that. People, how they coming up with this stuff? For they are spirits of devils, man, working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, with World War III, to gather them to the battle of the great day of Yahweh Almighty. So those same wicked people that's running these kingdoms, they're going to be ruling in these last days to usher in the great day of the battle of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, which is Armageddon, all right, and World War III. So what is that? We're in that time now to where they're working those miracles, switching, doing, what they call that, 3-card money, bait and switch. You know, it was like more like 2-card money. They had the dollar, the fiat currency paper system. Now they switched to a digital system. You know, so they gave everybody social security numbers, birth certificates, creating an artificial straw man with debt tied to it. And that debt is not tied to the human being, it's tied to the name that you're given at birth, the capital letters of it, all right, which is part of their system, you know. But now they want to take it from being a straw man, artificial, and they want to put that inside the body. They have the body become the actual superscription, all right, or part of that image, that system. And it's just that simple, man. So those same spirits of those devils is the same spirit that's being pushed through America today that we're seeing by the the puppets that they put in power, the Democratic and Republican parties, alike. So let's get back to Revelation. So let's hear what he's saying the image is. Let's read it real quick though. Revelation 13 and 15. And he had power to give life. See that life, right? Give life to it, that spirit to it. That's what life. The Most High gave life to Adam and the Adamites. All right, gave life to him, meaning that spirit gave him animated, brought it to life. So through America, they were able to bring to life the dollar system, which is the old world order, and now they want to bring in the new world order, which is a digital, satanic-based science control system and also economic system. Okay, a digital prison, in a sense. And America is the one that can bring that about, because they're the world currency right now, world reserve currency. And through that world reserve currency, they can do the bait and switch it to a digital currency and cause everybody in the basket of currencies in the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, cause them to switch theirs to digital. They're already doing that. The BRICS, they went digital. Brazil, Russia, India, China, Saudi Arabia now, Iran, all these countries have gone digital, man. America, the only one that's lagging behind. So they waiting for that great crash. For however it happens, a lot of ways it can happen, man. And once that happens, they're going to switch it to digital. And anybody that doesn't want to do it, and they're going to use this opportunity to gain full control. And they may wean people into it, that slow boil, frog in the pot syndrome, system. Cause people to go to the store. You may have to switch everything to digital, have a card or shit on your phone, the QR codes, right? QR codes on your phone. You see that everywhere. So we watched them test that. Remember, it used to be on the cardboard boxes, back of cars, everywhere. So now you see it on your phones. All right, it's on clothing, QR codes. So now you may have to go into the store, as they had them do over there in Britain, to go into the store to buy your groceries before you even get in. Look at the front of the stores at the Walmarts. Now they got gates up. They got turnstiles there to where you can't get in. All they got to do is put some soldiers there, and you can't get past it to get your food, unless you have, that proof that you with them, that you with their new world order. We saw example, the test run with the lockdowns, and people couldn't go into the stores. That's what this is talking about. It's an economic control that the Lord is talking about. They want to control the human body. It's not because, this guy says Christianity, he'll say it's Cesare Borgia, and if you take that into your hand and your mind, your right mind, all this madness, man, and you do the work of the devil in your right hand. But the scriptures say they're going to receive a boil in their right hand, man. Cancer. From what they get, charagma, which means to prick into the hand, that they won't buy or sell. So why are they going to get that from a damn picture? It don't make sense, man. They said they're going to receive boils on their skin from this shit. that they receive in their right hand or their left hand or in their forehead. And they're going to receive boils on their skin and get burned up from it. The ones that, look at the people that IUIC. Yep. Yeah, man. It's called myocarditis. Look at those people that got the you know what. I see IUIC was a lot of them that did it. You know, ISUPK. A lot of their members went down there because of Tazariak and Yohana. A lot of members of IUIC went down there to Egypt to get that help during the lockdowns. During and hey man, you say it take 2 or 3 years, 4 years. Better pray to the Most High have mercy. All right, so that's what they're doing, man. So now it's all part of what? Depopulation. It's all part of control. The name of the game is control. That's the point. Control of what? Now they want to control your movement, just like they did in the Roman Empire. They want to control your traffic and your commerce. America wants to control your commerce and your traffic. You need traffic to make commerce in the economy. All right. So here, let me read this, and then we're gonna go play what this idiot is saying, man. Verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, man. See, America is that other little beast, little kingdom that has power. See, the power is in America's hand to give life to that European idea of a new world order. All right. So that's America. That it should both speak, see, meaning what? Give it that spirit and become active. Just like I read, America tried to replicate the Roman Empire. All right? And you hear Klaus Schwab and them talking, and all the people over there in Europe, and whatever they say, and the Rothschilds, and the guy they call the king now of England or whatever, when they speak, you see it happen here on the soils of America. They run this place. They run it also the politicians. All right, so, okay, so now, that it should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship or submit. That was going to be a submission and fear and cause you to submit, man. They're going to put so much pressure on everybody, just like they did on the Native American Indians with smallpox and all this other stuff, all this disease warfare, and now today wildfires and all this weather manipulation and whatever, man. Famine, which is coming. So all these things are gonna cause everybody through fear to run as sheep to the slaughter. And they're gonna get that document. They're gonna get that account in their body. And we see people like Elon Musk, which are the innovators of Esau. That's like one of their miracles on the left-hand side, coming up with the Neuralink. So what the hell see Native IUIC, man. He was like, it's okay, go down there. We every time we go to Africa, we gotta get one. So we've gotten so many. So what's the difference between another one? The Lord will protect. Nah, man. They say tempt not the Lord, man. And just not listening to what the Most High said. That's like Daniel's saying you don't have to eat pulse. Go ahead and eat the king's table. Eat the pork and the swine from Nebuchadnezzar. The Lord have mercy on you. Nah, he chose to eat pulse. all right, which is seeds and healthy stuff, man. Just like us, we chose not to partake in this experiment they just did. And now look, the people that did it and got it, they dying off, they worried, they regretting it, they on camera shaking and shit. So what you think gonna happen with this next round they about to do? They got something popping up called Disease X. So all they need now is a economic form of what they're pushing, instead of like a disease form. Revelation chapter 6, the pale horse. All right, now they're gonna push the black horse as well, which deals with the banking system and control, another form of slavery, new form of slavery, the new world order, that as many that don't worship the beast should be murdered. That's what it says, really, not killed, but murdered. All right, intentionally killed, man, depopulation. So now it says, now let's see what the hell let's see what he says the image is real quick before we go further. Maybe I'll just do this part of the lesson, so I don't run out of time. All right, because you look on the back of the dollar, you see what? Annuit Oceptus, which means let's get it real quick. It says here, what is the inscription on the dollar bill? At the top of the seal, stands a Latin phrase. All right, Latin is the language of Rome. All right, I think it just means lands, and a lot of Jakes were speaking that language too. It says Annuit Coceptus, meaning he favors our undertaking. The he that he's talking about, that they're talking about, is Satan. That's their god, according to what's his name? I forget his name, man. The fat boy, the Mason dude, 33rd degree Mason, man. Albert Pike. It says, meaning he favors our undertaking. See, this is their undertaking. Who? The people from Europe, the founding fathers. At the bottom of the seal is a semicircular banner proclaiming Novus Ordo Seclorum, meaning new order of the ages. Now they're coming up with a new world order. A new world order. That is a reference to the new American era. All right? So, in the new American era is basically like a new revived Roman Empire. The era of America ruling, causing everybody to submit to the system of the Europeans. All right, the Romans. Or they call it the dragon. All right, see, they base their coinage and everything just like the Roman Empire. Okay? So they had the eagle, just like the Roman Empire, with the bow and arrow, and the leaves in their hand representing war and peace, meaning they control it. Then they got the pyramid, which goes back to Egypt. It's, because that's what they worship, those Egyptian and Babylonian idols. They just changed the name to like Zeus and all that. All right, they got the owl on the dollar. A lot of y'all know how to find that. They showed us that in middle school. Right, the owl goes into their masonry, which goes back to the Roman Empire. Okay, started over there amongst the Jesuits. Even their buildings on the back of the dollar comes from what? The Roman Empire style. All right, so you can go on and on about this image, this system based upon the dollar, based upon their court systems, all of that. It goes back to the Roman Empire. All right, and the dollar, what was that, 1944? Then you had 1913, they made it the American currency. In 1915, they established the IRS here in America from Europe. And then in 1944, I think it was called the Bretton Woods Agreement, they established the dollar as the world reserve currency, meaning all the nations was going to start trading in dollars. So they started buying dollars. But then a lot of those nations wanted their gold and silver back. They wanted to dump dollars. So they was like, whoa, we can't do that. We're going to go to war. That's what America said. That's when you had what? The Nixon shock. See that? They established, after 1944, you had what? In the midst of that, you had World War II. And from that, you get NATO. You get, as a powerhouse in America, in the Treaty of Rome, 1958. See all this building up. And they use America as the puppet to do their bidding, causing all the world to wonder after the beast. Also to use their currency. It was called the Nixon shock. All right, America wound up keeping all the gold and the resources that they got from those nations that bought in, like Russia. They couldn't get their money back. So what did they do? They established the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, where all these nations can throw in a basket of currencies, of their currencies. That's where it comes from. They can peg it to the dollar. All right. So they caused all these nations to fall for the trick. Let's get that real quick. All right. So that's how we know America. Another reason, another way to know that America is that place Babylon, Mystery Babylon, the place of confusion, the place of the Lord's judgment. Jeremiah 51:6. All right. Actually, verse 7. Babylon, today called America, have been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand. Okay, so it's been exalted. That made all the earth drunken. All right, the word drunken goes into being wretched. The nations have drunken of her wine, of her business and her lies and philosophies, idea, the dollar, all of that. Therefore, the nations are mad. See, a lot of people say that means angry, but what it means is they were being proud. They were foolish. They got played for dealing with America, all right, the dollar. So they realizing that, and that's why they establishing the BRICS, and they're all pulling away and trying to. As of yesterday, Putin came out and said it. Look, this Washington Post. It says Russia aims to create a new world order via alliance with China, man. So they want to start. They're starting their own new world order, so they can do away with the American system that they were foolish to deal with. All right, they were drunken. So, okay, so it says Russia is attempting to deepen its economic and diplomatic ties with China and the global South to allow it to challenge the international financial system dominated by the United States. See, America has been dominating the financial sector of the world, and they, so if they dominating, that means they got everybody in submission. But who has America in submission? Europe. So America caused all these nations to submit to the dragon, to that system, and to undermine the West. All right, and the West is today, as you hear in the wars over there with Russia, they call it the West. With Ukraine, Russia calling them the West that they fighting against. Over in Israel, with Gaza, they calling it the West. Gaza and those Arab nations, they're saying they're fighting against the West, which is America, Europe, and Israel. Okay, so it says the Kremlin convened meetings in 2022 and 2023 to find ways to dismantle the post-World War II, as I just said, post-World War II, global financial system image. Global financial system, which is a representation of the West. All right? And that representation is the same word as image. All right? So obtained by the Washington Post, Salaki, post-World War II global financial system and undermine the U.S.'s power over global transactions. All right? I said that commerce and, travel, basically. So, power over global transactions, documents obtained by the Washington Post showed. All right, so one of the most important tasks is to create a new world order. One of the documents dated. Whew. That's the Lord got them fighting over this earth right now. So they all divided. When really the new world order that's being established is the elect of Israel, right? In the spirit. And then physically, when Yahweh shows up, that's going to be the new world order, a righteous world order. So, as you can see, America dominated the system, caused all these nations to fall under the devilish, meaning deceptive system that was established from Europe. All right? And that's what this is talking about. Before I go any further, it's at 56 minutes. I guess I'll title this one, what is the image of the beast? And I'll go into the rest of it later, Yahweh Ratazah. But let's see what he got to say about this image again. All right, before he go into the rest of the scripture, I'll just do that later. It's crazy, man. This guy's a false prophet, because the scriptures say the spirit of the Lord is the spirit of truth and the spirit of prophecy, and he don't have either. Let me get a precept on that real quick. All right, so Isaiah chapter 8, verse 20, to the law, even to the law, IUIC goes off. They don't understand that. And to the testimony. So they don't understand the testimony of the prophecies or the spirit of truth or the spirit of Yahweh Shai. If they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them, man. It's just plain and simple to not follow this guy, man. But all the ones that follow him, they're all the same. Birds of a feather flock together. You can tell by their character, even out there on the streets when they teach. The bald heads and edge-ups, and they act like police and shit. Not soldiers like the Lord soldiers. I'm talking about like police. Like they act like American undercovers or some shit. It's agents. It's just weird how they act, man. Ain't nothing wrong with somebody being a police officer as long as you're in the truth and you're just doing what you do and being sincere. But I'm talking about them. Their energy is just be off. So let's get back to the point. I want to speak personally about them. So they're not speaking according to this word, Revelations 13 and 16. All right. So they said this image was going to be of the first beast before it. That was the image of what? The Roman Empire. But did they make a little statue for the Roman Empire or something? No. What America made is a system as a tribute and a reflection, a representation of the Roman Empire, what their forefathers made, which was who? Esau. Okay, so in that Greek mindset, pagan beliefs and religion. This is Ecclesiastes 10 and 1. It says, dead flies cause the ointment of the apothecary to send forth a stinking savor. So you got You see IUIC everywhere, man. Like Ezekiel 37, just like you see other camps everywhere. So you say, all right, what's the difference between y'all and them? The doctrine. That's why the Lord said, judge every tree by its fruit. All right, a corrupt tree cannot bring forth good fruit. Period. And they not bringing it forth. Now you may see them try to do the whole entry level, bring up the basic prophecies of us in Deuteronomy 28. You might know some history, certain things like John, the Revelator, being on the Isle of Patmos, and the book written around 96 AD and things like that with Domitian. They may know that because Nate goes back to the old school, so he got a little bit of foundation. But the Lord took that spirit from him. The scriptures say that, take not that Holy Spirit from me, man. Because he's not teaching according to this word. The word says they're going to receive this in their right hand or forehead or left hand. And it's going to be pricked inside of their body. Not through, not bored through. It's going to be not put on, it's going to be in. And what are they talking about doing? Putting a digital system inside the body. Instead of just going out into space, they want to go into the body, which is like a whole nother universe. Dealing with the God gene. And pineal gland and control of the body. So, and using it as a battery, just like in the Matrix. And information, this is the information age. They selling information. So they want the brains and the body's information. Biometrics, et cetera, et cetera. Data. So dead flies. So even though dead flies is this false doctrine, them heresies he's bringing in. Heresies means somebody made the hell up. Because he the leader, he making all this shit up, man. Okay? Dead flies, man. Saying that the image of the beast is Cesare Borgia is a dead fly. Which cause of the ointment, see him being anointed with the truth, is tainted now. The Lord taking that spirit from him. Dead flies cause the ointment of the apothecary. The apothecary is like a physician, deals with herbs, and we spiritual apothecaries. So it caused everything he doing, calling himself healing. No, man, that ointment he pushing and giving people to drink had dead flies in it. That's his doctrine. It says, dead flies cause the ointment of the apothecary to send forth a stinking savor. Man, that's why we like, oh, that shit stink. And it's a smoke in the Father's nose. That false doctrine. So doeth a little folly, man. That's folly. That is in reputation. So is a little folly to him that is in reputation for wisdom and honor. He was in reputation for wisdom and honor. Even today, they call him the leader of Israel. He's not our damn leader. All right? Talking about Nate. So it caused all of that to fail. I don't care if he rode up on the damn horse during the Passover. He got this right here. All these weird images. You know what I'm saying? Look, all of that. All that don't matter. It got gold on. You know, like not like a good.
Yes, sir. And he had power to give.
All this right here. None of that matters, man. If his doctrine is off. You know, the Lord he got to uproot that whole tree. It got to be burned. Because it's not meat for the master's use. It's poison. It's corrupted. The doctrine. Let's hear what he's saying the image is now. So I was planning to go into the whole charagma, but I guess the spirit got me going into the whole image right now. But it's been displayed of what the image, the system is, which is a representation. That's what it means. Something representing something else prior to it. And in this sense, again, you have graven images, you have molten images, which are two different Hebrew words, but this would be like an image. I forgot the word. Tazakwa, something like that. But anyway, it's like saying the Father said, let's make an image, let's make man in our image. So those Edomites of America, they made this whole system of America based off the image or representation or reflection of the Roman Empire. And even today, it's a modernized current reflection by pushing the draconian measures of those European economic leaders called world rulers, globalists. We know them as Esau. All right, so let's hear what he got to say, though. The images.
Life unto the image of the beast. That the image of the beast should both speak.
How does the image speak in their movies? Come on, IT.
And cause.
Wait. This is how they. Is this the trailer? Okay. Let me see. Hey, do y'all got a scene with him talking, with his audio of him speaking?
They say they made the characters. Oh my goodness, man. So he's saying that they made a character out of Cesare Borgia, who was already speaking, human person. And they say he put it in the movie. Boy, man, this dude's crazy, man. He's kind of like psycho. Because it's not talking about that. It has nothing to do with a banking system, buying or sell. That you won't buy or sell, save he that had the MOTB. Tells you what the MOTB is in the next verse. It actually says it. It said, this is it. I'm going to go into that on the next lesson. We already know what it is, but it says it what it is, though. It's not only the charagma, but it says it clearly what it is. And this guy don't know what it is, man. He says that they can make a video game, then you make Cesare Borgia and have him start talking. No, man, they brought this idea of a new world order, this dollar-based system, digital system now today of control. They bringing it to life. America's bringing it to life. That's why everybody's waiting on America. You know, everybody's switching their systems over. Once America do it, it's done. It's complete. So that's the system. That's the image. All right, this banking, military, religious system that they set up.
Give me another movie of him.
Son of God.
Huh? Couple of seconds. Okay, Labato.
His eyes are bugged up too.
All these things, the healing. You want Bible? We're giving you Bible.
I'm done, yo. I'm done, man. Yeah, I'm done with this. Nah. All right, that's it. Shalom.